for a contextual inquiry on the laundry view machine for regional apartments. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Arjun.
And yeah, so first of all, do you ever consent to video?
Yeah.
Great. But basically, just run us through how you do laundry generally, like in this one.
Usually I just go down, I just hope a machine's available, and if not, I set the weight and then freeze.
There is a laundry view application that they try to tell us to use here. So, do you use that application? How does it work for you? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What are the general thoughts on it?
I don't really use it because it's not very accurate. I'll often use it and they'll say everything's occupied, but they aren't. It's not updated correctly at all. Also, there's no information on when people are going to be done and things like that, so I just avoid it.
And for just general laundry, is the rest of the process, do you think anything can be automated or anything can be added that you would prefer in the application generally? Nothing too specific on actually the features, but more on just how you do laundry. Is there anything that's bad that usually happens?
It'd be kind of nice if there was a timer for each of the machines, so I know when something will be done, right? Probably also be nice to know dryer availability, because that's probably the biggest problem. I think it only says it for laundry, not dryers.
Right. We can also just go ahead and take a good look at the app if you want to grab a cover for it. You should probably do it.
So you don't normally look at the app before?
No.
No.
So.
See, on the app it says everything's unavailable, but that's probably not true. And that's usually not true.
Are those the washers over here and the dryers? Is that an accurate layout for it?
Yeah.
Do those actually help with with you actually trying to do your laundry, that placement there, the 3D thing, or is that unnecessary generally?
I think it'd be better if actually numbered, because I have no idea what's what really, right?
Right. And then any of these numbering features, do they put that down in the actual apartment? Or when you're down there in real life, do they have the numbers out? Or
I think they're there, but they're quite discreet. You don't really think about them.
And are these all unavailable because they're broken, or are they all unavailable because they're being used right now?
Well, in theory, it's saying they're unavailable because they're used, but that's what I think. I actually have no idea. It usually always says this.
Is there any details that you would like to add here on the system? If you had to pick, the washers, if there was any details that you find really important?
If there was a timer, that would be very nice. So, hey, this machine's being used. There's 20 minutes left, something like that.
Right. And do you find that there's ever a reason to maybe reserve or use other sorts of features that are a bit further away from the original intention that you wish you had?
What do you mean?
To reserve the washer, for example.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
So, you can reserve it under your name, nobody can touch it, or, some sort of mechanism that lets you know, when it's free or something. Would you use it in an application?
That I would definitely use.
And then for the dryers, with the same, they can be the same. You said that there was a problem with the dryers specifically. Can you go a bit more into detail on that?
Yeah, so previously, a lot of them were broken. So it's really confusing to know what was available. And I don't think it updated at all about what was broken. So.
Right, so the only two options that you think the app has is available and unavailable, but no details in between that.
Yeah, and even that, it's not exactly accurate. So.
Right. We can go ahead and go down to the laundry machines and actually check if it's available or unavailable. If you like.
Yeah. All right. So there's one laundry room?
Yes. It's downstairs, I think.
Laundry is free.
Is it on just the first floor, or where is it generally located?
There's just one central location on the first floor.
Okay. And how long does it usually take you to do the full cycle of washer, dryer, and is there usually a wait time between those two processes that are a problem?
Yeah, it's usually quite variable because you can finish your washer, but there are no dryers available, and it can take forever to wait. So.
Does it fluctuate between days who uses the dryer and washer?
常带人家黑胡椒。
Can you repeat that?
黑胡椒。
Does it fluctuate between days? Monday's really busy, or Tuesday's super empty. Are there any days where it's everyone's taking it and you wish you knew, or do you think that there should be any sort of feature that allows you to know that?
It'd be nice to know, I guess, what are the busy times or something, you know, like on Google, say like
Mm-hmm.
for locations like, hey, it's busy during this time.
Right, right. And so, currently, what day do you usually do your laundry on? Is there a set schedule, or is it just kind of check?
Kind of just check, honestly.
How often have you gone down to the laundry room and found that all the machines are taken?
All the time. Most of the time, actually.
What time do you usually do your laundry?
Usually around 10 to 11 p.m.
So it said all of them are unavailable, right?
Yeah, as you can see, there are ones that are done, but they're like just not.
So that's open over there? So yeah, there are some that are actually open for use.
Some of these are almost done, but I have no idea.
Right. And some of the dryers seem to be open as well.
Yeah, they're all.
So,
Yeah. Said all these are unavailable.
oh yeah, they are open. And the out of orders as well, already.
Not already yet.
Yeah, already started.
That's a constant problem. They're always breaking, and there's no way to know.
I see.
And yeah, that's done. You don't know that though. These are all done actually.
So the app doesn't really update on actual specifics. Some of these are, I guess, already finished, but no one's taken out yet.
I guess so, yeah. And they don't have any way to really know, I guess. To really notify them.
Do you have to put a timer on your phone when?
Yeah, you just have to get know yourself.
Oh, so you have to actually set it. Okay. And there's no sign on or anything else in the application?
Are these the machine numbers?
Yeah.
But they're not on all
Yeah,
the
they're
machines.
not all of them.
Oh, okay.
Even same with this. I don't even know if these have numbers. What I do. This one.
So, I guess you can load it up your one.
I found those two.
Excuse us. I'll get out of it. Are there any rules for the laundry machine thing that like it tells you on the app or notifies you of? Because there seems to be a lot of rules like around these areas.
Not-
Some of the rules are-
Not really explicitly, I guess, they're around, but
So there's no real like advisory on the application itself. It's just generic.
yeah.
Is it on now? So then in between the washer and dryer cycles, is there any interruptions that you wish you could control a bit more?
Yeah,
Is it
it's-
like the machine breaks middle of the session or someone else takes it out or something like that?
It used to be an old problem, especially when the dryers broke a lot, that people would just take it out.
I see. So they would take it out from the washer or the dryer or what?
Specifically the dryer, mid-cycle, they take it out.
Mid-side, okay. Is it, do you think it's because of like them knowingly doing it, or do you think it's just more of a confusion on what's available and what's not?
I think it's just that availability is so confusing that they just, maybe you have to do it now, so you just take someone else's out.
I see. Then,
We've got like 5 more minutes. So, just to clarify, besides that initial process of checking availabilities, which you don't really even use, the app isn't really involved in any of the other process?
Yeah. And it doesn't really do that correctly either, so.
Okay.
do you know anyone else that uses it here in this apartment, the application?
No.
So no one you know in this apartment actually uses the app?
No, it's just get to check.
I see. So was it always out of date, or was it like just recently broken where the app isn't really showing the available data?
I don't really recall that it ever really being particularly useful.
I see. Was it one of the factors for why you chose this apartment was the ability to track that laundry?
Not specifically. More so that the laundry is free.
I see. Well then, I guess if there was one major change that you would think is like, outside of the fact that it needs to be up to date, that you think would be like the core feature that you would like to add, what do you think it would be?
Definitely need timers.
I see. And then outside of that,
So by timers, do you mean you want the app to sync up with the machine and then?
Yeah, so you know how it lists out all the machines, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice if it had like a countdown timer, like hey, there's 5 minutes left until this one's done. So that way you can go down and know like, oh, everything's almost done, so I want to go down, and there'll probably be a machine available or whatnot.
would you like it if you could actually have like a history of your laundry as well, just like some sort of sign-on account to it, so you can tell which one is like your machine, or if you get like a response back, a text message on your stuff. Would you like it to be responsive? I mean, too.
That would be very useful.
I see. Would you use? Is it always based off of the washer availability that you begin your laundry, or are you looking for both the washer and dryer to be available?
Typically it's a dryer availability actually, because oftentimes the machines break, so that's mainly where it's competitive for what it's finding.
And would you say that you pick the later night times because of the rush that comes in the morning, or is it more just a convenience thing?
Definitely goes at a rush. The nighttime is a little bit wider, so.
So you've had to test out the times that actually work manually
Yeah.
between them? I see.
And every time you have to go down all 8 floors to check?
Or you can read that?
Every time you have to go down all 8 floors to check
Yeah.
the availability?
And is it ever that you feel like you would find it a lot better if you had just known the current status of the laundry machine, like the laundry system days prior to it as well? Like you were talking before about the Google Maps system. What exactly would you like about? Would you like it to just give you a rating by day, or like hours, or how specific would you like it to be?
By hour would be nice.
I see. And you want it to be a live counter, or do you want it just a general trend?
General trend. So, for example, in Google Maps, it'll say, hey, this location is typically busy around this time, maybe 5 p.m., right?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to have something similar for this.
Do you think that you said that you don't really plan your laundry too much in advance, like every Tuesday or something. Do you think that having a more organized schedule would be like beneficial to you in some regard?
Yeah.
And then would you reckon that would be something that like a potential application could fix, or what you were expecting the laundry view to do in the first place?
Yeah.
I see. And there's no payments or anything that this laundry machine requires, or anything else like that?
In our case, it's free.
I see.
If you want the app to sync up with the machine, how would you like that connection to be? What do you think is the easiest way?
It'd be nice if it just like it was like a live feed mainly. Like you can see what everyone's activity is.
Okay.
Right?
So you don't need it to be synced up to your specific machine. You just want to see
It'd
all
be like
of
a
it.
general for everybody. How's it being used right now?
So you'd be fine just noting down the number. You don't really need the exact machine. You just know machine 17, for example, was your machine.
Yeah. So like, let's say there's 20 machines, right? I could see, hey, like 19 of them are being used currently right now. 20 is free, so I'd go use 20.
Right.
Rather than just counting only mine.
Would you agree that the point of this whole laundry thing is that you just want the bare necessities of it, rather than like something overly technical where it tries to do everything for you, where it's just you want your time and some small record of what's going on, and that's kind of all you need?
Yeah.
I see. So nothing over the top would actually help out, like you believe in your own use case?
Yeah. Laundry is meant to be a pretty quick activity, so
Yeah.
a very streamlined, simple process would be good.
What's the longest it's ever taken to do the full laundry cycle?
Like 4 hours.
4 hours. Does that include recycling your dryer or your washer usage because someone tipped something out, or is it just the machines are really slow?
Yeah, so previously, especially in the last semester, the majority of the dryer machines were broken.
Right.
So you put your thing inside, people take it out like 2-3 times.
I
You
see.
need to restart the entire process.
Do they just take it out and put it out somewhere, or do they put it somewhere like
On the ground.
on the ground and then they just continue their cycle? Do you think that has to do with more of a literacy thing, or is it just a very knowing, like, we want to take it out?
I think it's a sense of urgency, because you don't really know when it's going to be available.
I I see.
So that it makes bad behavior act out a little bit.
So it's just disorganized in general for all of the other apartment inhabitants to work
Yeah,
together.
there's no harmony to the entire.
I see. Okay.
Nice. All right. Thank you.